Okay, hello, you are live with Sa Majesty. Today, I will take you on the biology live stream. Today, the stream 2. These are likely questions that you will encounter, and this live stream is to make you ready and expose some of your weaknesses. So the questions are there for you to try your ability and see that they're actually majestic questions. So today I will handle extra 10 questions. We have handled question 1 to 10. Today we will handle another new set of 10 questions. Let's assume from 11 to number 20 for today. Then don't forget to ask your questions after the display of the questions I have today. So we are on the live stream today, stream 2. Okay. We create our new notes here for today's live stream. Okay. So this is it. What you see there is the JAMB biology live chat. So these are the display you see there on your screen. So I will play you the questions now. But before then, let's take a little break.
I'm a subscriber to this channel, and yeah, I've watched all his videos. It's like totally amazing.
Thank you, Soda. I saw your comments.
His first DIY video on body lotion, and yeah, I'm using the product. It's like very good. This will like nourish your skin, and it will bring out the beauty in you. Remember to subscribe to Sa Majesty is a World Science channel on YouTube. And there you'll find all amazing, a lot of amazing videos, and yeah, they are very educative.
Okay, Sa Majesty Easy World Science Channel is an online school of science where you visit and learn all the things you need to know about science. We also teach skill acquisition there, just for free. Learn at the comfort of your home, school, anywhere you are, you can learn at any time. You don't need to pay us any school fees. And remember, the only way you can access us is to visit our channel on YouTube and subscribe. Subscription doesn't cost anything. It means to follow me up so that you can get updates on my channel. When I upload, you'll be aware that I've uploaded. And YouTube will not force you to watch. There is nothing like it is expensive. What you gain in our channel is more than what you spend in watching it. So thank you and visit. If you have any student in the university, in the secondary school, a science student for that matter, this channel is the ideal for helping him out or her out in assignments and most things that give them difficult, preparing them for exam, even WAEC exams, even external exams, IGSE, even Cambridge. Most of them will tackle it very well with the past questions and easy ways to get what you need, even medical students.
Thank you, Frank.
Also have
Monton.
Anatomy videos with cheats and easy ways
Yeah,
to get
communicating with us from Ghana.
and spread a good thing.
Okay, that's it. Please, Sa Majesty Easy World Science Channel, we are here for you. So look at the questions, please. These are the questions we will tackle today. Carefully go through them. This is question 1. So take it as number 11 because we have answered 1 to 10. So it is actually number 11. Then the 2 here should be number 12. These are the questions. Check your ability. Provide the answers there in the comment box if you can, as you are seeing it, before we go down to the answers. And then remember to bring your own questions. This is a live chat. You have the opportunity to ask me your questions because your success is actually my priority. So don't worry, if you can't see clearly, I'll now show you the clear image of it soon. So for those that say they can't see it clearly, let's lift it from here. Okay, I guess you can see it clearly now. So see the questions before we tackle them. It says use the diagram for question 11. Use the diagram below to answer questions 1 and 2. Diagrams illustrating adaptation of the human eye to different light intensities. That is, I'm reading it for those that say they can't see, but I know it is very clear now. The question is crystal clear. So watch the options. So let's get the question 13, 14 before we can answer 15, but you can take the opportunity to see question 15 and 16. So I'll take them one after the other. You have a lot of time to ask your questions, please. Okay? I hope it's clearer now. So let's lift the other second half of it. Okay, this is now showing you question 13. Okay. See question 13, 19, and 20 there. So try your ability. Okay, I guess you can see them now. We now go back to their answers. I will lift the other one first. The first set of questions, we go with question number 1 actually. So let me shift this here. So question number 1 is asking you, they told us to use it to answer question 1 and 2. That's question 11 and question 12. Watch the structure very well, please. The first question says, which of the following statements about diagram B is incorrect? This is diagram B. This is diagram B. Let's check the one that is actually incorrect. Okay, let me use a contrasting color here, red. Watch. Option A says the pupil dilates. This space here is the pupil dilates, which is correct. You can see that the width of here is more than that of this place. So the pupil dilates is correct. The circular muscles contracts. No, that is incorrect. The circular muscles. Watch this drawing as I expand it here. This is circular muscles. These things are circular muscles. Then these ones passing on the transverse. This is still circular. But these ones now are the radial muscles. This question is all about the iris. The iris of the eye, you know, is known as the diaphragm of the eye, which means it actually controls the size of the pupil. And remember, the ciliary muscle is in charge of the size of the pupil indirectly by controlling the 2 types of muscles. So which means these ones here, it is clearly labeled there, of course. These ones in circle is the circular muscle, when this one are the radial muscles. Now, watch option, that's a diagram B. It shows that this particular radial muscles contracted. It contracted because when this particular muscle pulls, it gives more distance here. Therefore, if radial muscle contracts, it shows that circular muscles relaxes. So in B, circular muscle relaxes. So the option B is incorrect. That circular muscle contract. No, rather circular muscle relaxes. Then more light enters into the eye. Yes, of course, because the pupil dilates. Then remember, I'm teaching you dark adaptation, dark and light adaptation. So when you are in dark, that is when you have the iris and the pupil in this shape. B shows dark environment. A shows sufficient lighted environment. So the answer is B. Option C says more light enters. Yes, radial muscles contract, just like I explained here, which is correct. So we go to the next question, following it up. Okay, the next question, which is question 12, I have to lift the other set of questions. We will see it here. Okay, that's question number 2 actually here, but we should see it as question 12. So remember the diagram. They say the illustration in the diagram A is obtainable. I've answered it when I was explaining question number 1, number 11. So check it well. Is obtainable in what condition? I told you that A is when there is bright light, such that the pupil will constrict to avoid excess light entering into the eye. But when it's dim light, the pupil dilates. And what dilates the pupil? From my explanation, remember, the pupil dilates by the relaxation of the circular muscles and the contraction of the radial muscles. But in sufficient light, the radial muscle relaxes and the circular muscles contracts, thereby reducing the size of the pupil. So question number A, according to the diagram, it is only obtainable in a bright what? Light. So option A is correct for question number 2. So we go to question number 3 without wasting time. I hope you can see it there on the screen. Question number 3 says, a cell that lacks nucleus will not be able to carry out which of the following functions? respiration, excretion, reproduction, movement. Remember, let's explain cell division actually, or reproduction. See, when a cell divides, you can equally say that the cell have started reproducing. Yes, because reproduction starts from cell division, and cell division starts from the nucleus. So a cell that lacks nucleus cannot actually divide properly well, because there is nuclear division before cytokinesis. In cell division, cytokinesis is actually the last phase, which are called a telophase. So a cell that lacks nucleus cannot divide, and when cells cannot divide, the cell invariably means cannot reproduce. So the correct answer is C. Good examples of cells that cannot reproduce. So the answer here is C. So maybe I use yellow highlight so that I see well. So cells that lack nucleus cannot reproduce. Good examples of cells that lack nucleus is red blood cells. And in view of this, red blood cells don't reproduce. Rather, they are destroyed after about 120 days of existence. So that is it for question number 3. They are just indirectly trying to know if you know where cell division starts. Cell division starts in the nucleus. There should be division of the nucleus before division of the cytoplasm. So the answer is reproduction. Red blood cells don't divide, and that's why they are destroyed. When they get old, they are destroyed by hemolysis, and new ones are produced actually by erythropoiesis. Then question number 4 says, which of the following plant divisions represents non-seed bearing vascular plants? Okay, the options are not clear here, which means I'll go back to the video. But remember the question. These are my questions actually to teach you some things that you might not come across by reading on your own. So what's your question? You can't see it clearly. You have said this before. Okay, this is just the past comment. Please, sorry about that. I've corrected it. I believe you can now see it very, very well. Okay, so which of the following plant divisions represents non-seed bearing? Non-seed meaning it doesn't produce seed, but it has vascular tissues. So this vascular means xylem and phloem. And we all know that vascular plants are also called tracheophytes. Tracheophytes. And tracheophytes are divided into two. They include the spermatophytes and the pteridophytes. So spermatophytes produces seed, while pteridophytes don't produce it. So probably the correct answer should be option D, which is not showing clearly here. Let me lift the video and check if it's there. Okay, you can see it clearly here, please. Let me bring it closer. The question says which of the following. So option D says pteridophytes. So pteridophytes is the correct answer. Pteridophytes are vascular plants, meaning they have xylem and phloem, but they don't produce seed. Rather, they are called spore-producing vascular plants. They produce spores, just like bryophytes. So pteridophyte just means a vascular plant that do not produce seed, rather produces what? Spore. We now go to question number 5. We go back to our notes. Question number 5. Okay, that's number 15 actually. Let me clean off these things. So let's bring in a new page. Okay. Here you see question 15. That's question after answering 14. They say which of the following represents highest taxonomic category? Which of the following represents the highest taxonomic category? So in classification, we should know that there are what we call taxa and taxon. Taxa is the plural form, while taxon is singular actually. That is ranks and levels of classification. Let us see the 7 obligate taxa we all know. The 7 obligate taxa starts from kingdom. So you have the kingdom. Maybe let me use a real so here the obligate taxa includes kingdom. Then after kingdom, we have phylum. Then after phylum, we have class. Then after class, we have order. Then after order, we have family. Then after family, we have genus. That's the genus. And after genus, we have species. So these are this is the common 7 obligate taxa we have in classification: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. These are the common ones we know. But here is just to attempt to look at the options. Which of the following represents the highest taxonomic category? By this, I thought it shows that kingdom is the highest, but I have to surprise you that on top of kingdom is domain. So on top of kingdom, we have domain. So let's clean off. Let me bring my, okay. There is domain. So we have, here is domain. So normally there should be domain, kingdom. When you join kingdoms together, you have domain. Then when you divide a domain, you have a kingdom. Then when you divide a kingdom, you have a phylum. When you divide a phylum, you have a class, then order, family, genus, and species. And these steps shows their arrangement in normal life situation. So please, on top of kingdom is domain. Then on top of domain is empire. So there are 2 empires of life, the prokaryote and the eukaryote. Then there are 3 domains of life. Let me go back to my normal pen. There are 3 domains of life. So this shows the steps. Okay. So the least is species, while from this classification, the highest is domain. But I told you that there are 2 empires. On top of domain is empire. So the highest level of classification should be empire. Looking at this question, please, the answer is domain. Domain is the one with the highest ranking. Is the one that contains the other. So don't be tempted answering kingdom. In the presence of domain, kingdom is below domain. Then, please, an acronym to master these 7 obligate taxa. I want you to master from here down. You can use this acronym. I created it to say kingdom prizes comes only for good students. Kingdom prizes comes only for good students. And I hope you're a good student, of course. If you are not, you wouldn't be online watching me. So kingdom prizes comes only for good students. You can say Dominus, kingdom prizes comes only for good students. Or you can say, if you do good, kingdom, oh phylum, oh class, order, family, genus, species. If you do good, kingdom, oh phylum, oh class, order, family, genus, species. So these are the 7 obligate taxa. And remember that differences increases when you move from species to kingdom, while differences among members decreases when you move from kingdom to species. So I say there are 3 domains of life. So there are 3 domains of life, please. The 3 domains I've mentioned, okay, maybe I haven't mentioned it, let me repeat them. There are 3 domains of life, and these domains include the eubacteria, then the archaebacteria, and then the eukaryotes. So the archaebacteria, eubacteria, and the eukaryotes gives us the 3 domain, while the 2 empires I told you, which is on top of domain, are actually prokaryote and eukaryote. Then kingdom can be 2 depending on the pattern of classification you are using. According to Carlinus, he classified every living thing into 2, which are actually he classified every living thing into two kingdoms, which is plant kingdom and animal kingdom. That's kingdom plantae and kingdom animalia. So now we move to the next question. I think I've tried in this explanation. Now, after answering, you can now ask further questions. So we go back to our Number 16 says, the zone between terrestrial and marine communities that contains mixed organisms of both communities is referred to as, please try your ability here, though you might be browsing, but I will explain. Please, the answer to this is nothing but ecotone. The ecotone. Ecotone is actually the junction, or how can I put it? It's just the place where two communities overlap. The point of overlap of two different communities in an ecosystem is what we call ecotone. The hallmark of ecotone is that it contains the organisms of both communities. So here is just giving you an example of ecotone. Why is this delaying? Let me create a new page. It doesn't cost us much. Okay, so I'm explaining on question number 16. And I say that ecotone is just the junction between two different communities. It's not only restricted to this question, because this one is just giving you an example. The zone in between terrestrial and marine, this is ecotone between terrestrial and marine. What matters is that the junction or the point of overlap between different communities is referred to as ecotone. They are marked by having organisms of both communities mixed up. Are you there with me? So I think where you see, I think delta may be an ecotone, of course. Yes, of course. Delta can be an ecotone because this is the point where fresh water meets salt water, and that particular delta will have organisms of fresh water and organisms of salt water. So that's it. The answer, again, I repeat, is ecotone. The answer is D. Then question 17 says, the evolutionary link between reptiles and aves, that's what connects birds and then what connects reptiles. Remember, reptiles means scaly creatures. So it's obvious that all reptiles have scales. Then what is the similarity between the birds and the reptiles? If you check well, birds also are scaly. So the only thing that connects bird and reptiles are actually nothing but scales. The answer is D. The answer here is C, scales. So scales is the answer to this question. So scales, meaning birds have scales, and also the reptiles also have what? Scales. When you talk about hairs, hairs are only restricted for aves, that's the birds. No reptile have hairs. No reptile have feathers. Feathers. Feathers is for the birds. Then when you talk about hairs, none of them even have a hair. It's only mammals that have hair among the vertebrate classes. Then nuchal crest is not even every reptile that have that, and I don't think there is any bird that have a nuchal crest, but it is common in that of you can see it I think in toad or in lizard. So it's not common among birds and aves. So the evolutionary link, that is an evidence to show that aves once existed in the reptilian level, or that aves evolved from reptile, is the possession of scale. So the only explanation for the scales being present in the legs of birds is to show that they once have a common ancestor with the reptiles, which are scaly creatures. Even though they have changed in form due to evolution, they haven't lost the mark of their ancestors, which is that scale. Now, before we continue, we'd like to take a short break. Please, this is Her Majesty Easy World Science Channel, and here we have a lot of things for you. There are science tricks here, you can get it.
these are ready. It's advisable you apply them immediately after taking your base so that I can lock off the moisture, the little water remaining in your body. Yes.
Hello viewers, subscribe to Sir Majesty Easy World Science channel.
What are these drugs that can be used to carry out this abortion and their effectiveness? At what stage would they be applied, and who should be the person in charge of abortion?
Okay, first of all, these abortion drugs, they are drugs.
Okay, welcome back as we continue. So please, there are a lot of things for you to enjoy here in this channel, Her Majesty Easy World Science channel. Educative, entertaining, even science tricks and hacks in your biology, chemistry, biochemistry, anatomy, and physiology. So Her Majesty Easy World Science channel is good for you, and I recommend you subscribe and share these videos. So we go back to the other questions. We are done with question 17. So next is to see question 18, 19, and 20, and that brings our live stream. When we see that of 20, that brings our live stream to an end for today. Okay, let's get the board cleaned. Over here, question 18, that's the one written 8. Take it as 18, please. Question 8. It said a class in Chordata phylum that contains parasitic organisms as their primitive members is, so which of the class that contains parasitic organisms as their member? Mammals, reptiles, species, amphibians. The answer should be mammals. There are parasitic mammals. I know this might surprise you. Is it actually mammal? No, please. Mammals don't have any parasitic member. We don't have parasitic mammal. That's an error, please. How can I fail my own question? Sorry about that, please. We go back and check where. Please, the Pisces should be the correct answer. Yes. When you come to Pisces, they contain parasitic members. Pisces have a parasite. If you want to check the one we call the lamprey, the hagfish. The jawless fishes are inside the jawless fish. That's the agnatans. That's where you have the lamprey. The lamprey, they are actually, the lamprey is basically lamprey. Okay. So I've answered that. The lamprey and hagfish, which are all called agnatans or jawless fishes, that's option C, is one of the vertebrate class that contains parasite. Mammal, there is no parasitic mammal. There is no reptilia, there is a parasite, there is no parasitic amphibian. Then the group of virus that attack bacteria. Imagine a virus that attack bacteria. Two of them are actually disease-causing organisms. Bacteria attack animals mostly. There is no bacterial disease caused. There is no plant disease caused by bacteria, please. But this time around, you can see where the same disease-causing organism is attacking another disease-causing organism. Powerful. That's nature for you. Okay. So the answer, what do you guess is the answer? The answer is this: phages. Phages are just group of viruses that attack bacteria. We call them what? Phages. Phages are groups of groups of viruses that attack bacteria. They have their own phenomena. If you don't call them phages, you can call them bacteriophages. If you don't call them phages, You can call them bacteriophages. Phages or bacteriophages. So I don't mind the spelling. It's automatically filling it. So they are actually phages, I call it, not phases, please, phages. Phages, okay, it has refused to write. Let's go back to the ones we have been using. I need a new note here. So if you don't call it this, I just want you to know that their name is this or this. Bacteriophages it means a virus that attacks bacteria. So we go back to this question again. Question number 19 has been answered. Then question number 20, that's, you are seeing it here as 10, but because I'm calling it 20 because I've answered the first 10 of question in my stream 1. Diabetes insipidus is a disorder resulting from deficiency of hormone produced by, if you are not careful, you answer pancreas here, but it's wrong. Option D is not the answer because they said diabetes insipidus. The question did not say diabetes mellitus. Be careful. They said diabetes insipidus and not actually diabetes mellitus. So the answer cannot be pancreas at all. The answer is, I think I need a new note here. Okay. Yeah. So you can get this well. So I said the answer is not pancreas. If they have said diabetes mellitus, you say pancreas because diabetes mellitus is caused by insufficient insulin, and insulin is produced actually by the beta cells of the pancreas, of course. But here they say diabetes insipidus. What is diabetes insipidus? Production of large quantity of dilute due to low or deficiency of ADH. So diabetes insipidus is due to deficiency of ADH. Diabetes insipidus is due to deficiency of ADH, that is antidiuretic hormone. And this hormone is produced by the anterior pituitary gland. No, is it anterior? No, posterior, please. It's produced by the posterior pituitary gland. So whenever ADH is low, one will urinate frequently. Production of large quantity of dilute urine is what we call diabetes insipidus. It's a rare condition. It doesn't warrant extra attention. It's not a danger, unlike diabetes mellitus. So you can now answer the question very well. Diabetes insipidus is a disorder resulting from deficiency of hormone produced by the posterior pituitary gland. So the answer to number 10, that's number 20, is B. That is it here. The answer is B, posterior pituitary gland. So that is it for today's. Then if you want to actually book for your own private class, I am here for you in biology and in chemistry also. And then don't forget to tune in tomorrow, same time, 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. That is GMT +1 for the time zone for your chemistry live chat. Your questions, as brief and as precise they may are as brief and as precise they may be, is welcomed right now. If you are online, I can see some of you online. So bring further questions, for I am done with the stream 2. You stay tuned for you to see another stream, probably next Thursday before your JAMB, or a day before you write your JAMB. I'm always here for your live chat. Bring your questions and book your private classes. You can get me by commenting there in the box that you need a private teacher. I am good at this thing I'm doing, and I thank God for that. I promise you that when you work with Her Majesty, you won't score less than 80, or let's say 85 in biology. And you know what that means? If you can get 85 in all the 4 subjects you're writing in your post-UTME, that's the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, it means that the doors of university is already open for you. You command every gate of every university, including University of Nigeria, what I named them. So please, science is real, and that's why I'm here. So we are done with today's live stream, and I'm now waiting for your questions. Bring them as quickly as possible as we take this shorter break.
Okay. Her Majesty Easy World Science Channel is an online school of science where you visit and learn all the things you need to know about science. We also teach skill acquisition there, just for free. Learn at the comfort of your home, at school, anywhere you are, you can learn at any time. You don't need to pay us any school fees. And remember, the only way you can access us is to visit our channel on YouTube and subscribe. Subscription doesn't cost anything. It means to follow me up so that you can get updates on my channel. When I upload, you'll be aware that I've uploaded. And YouTube will not force you to watch. There is nothing like it is expensive. What you gain in our channel is more than what you spend in watching it. So thank you and visit. If you have any students in the university, in the secondary school, a science student for that matter, this channel is the ideal for helping him out or her out in assignments and most things that gives them difficult, preparing them for exam, even WAEC exams, even external exams, IGSE, even Cambridge. Most of them will tackle it very well with the past questions and easy ways to get what you need, even medical students. We also have in the channel anatomy videos with cheats and easy way to get them. Thank you, and spread the good thing.
Okay, your questions are not forthcoming. I can't see any of them. Let me now show you the live stream for stream 1 in biology. Okay, these are the questions, but I need to play them. Okay, here we go. These are the questions for stream 1. Their answers are there. Check them here on this channel, please. You are still live with Her Majesty Easy World Science Channel. Nice to know that you're there. Please, your success is my topmost priority. So bring your questions and don't forget to book for your own private classes. If I don't see any of your questions, that makes this live stream, that brings it to an end, of course. And remember that I care about you and your success. Don't forget Her Majesty Easy World. After this, your exams. We have many things for you. Science tricks, many experiments, even your health tips. We have specialists in health, like this video you see here. We discussed about your blood grouping, which will help you in marriage and equally.
We call dangerous blood group. You know the same science and technology rules work. Of course, yes. Rules, 2 methods. Okay. Yeah, we have the time method and we have the tube method. Okay. Now, the tube method has advantage over the time method. Okay. Because you have to be transfused, and now you have to which is yes. So that can be together. So that we are still has an advantage.
So that means.
Okay, someone said you are preparing for WAEC. I'm here for you. You can also contact me. You can use you can contact me through this line you are seeing there on the screen. You can get me through +234 70 65. Okay, let me get the board cleaned so that I can see clearly. You can get me here 234 70 65 166 Please, my free class is here on YouTube. This my channel is the only way I will give you free stuff. Any video you see here is for free, but when you need private attention and private classes, you need to pay heavily. Please, let me not use the word heavily. I mean, you need to pay a little money to help us sustain it, because I'll pay my engineer. I'm not here alone. Please, and I'll help you. The price is quite affordable, very, very cheap, but don't come with please. That is me. Any biology and chemistry related courses, even I have experts in physics. So your job now is to connect with me there on WhatsApp. I will be there to answer you. So without seeing any of your questions, it means that this we just thank God for today's live stream, and I'm happy to know that you are there.
I love you. Thank you for watching.
Please see you same time tomorrow for chemistry live stream, 2:30 p.m. here at Her Majesty's World Science channel. Share this video and help others to pass. Give this video thumbs up. God bless you so much. Happy to know you are there.